Hello family, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing a very much anticipated video. I'm finally returning with my Chebe powder and Karkar oil series. At first I thought of doing an easier method to start off my use of Chebe powder this year, but I realized that this was the best method for me. So I'm going to tell you guys the particular products that I used in the description box. If you're in Nigeria, you can purchase these brands from Jumia, but if you're outside Nigeria, you will have to look for the brands that are available in your country and purchase those brands, whether online or at your local market. Everyone, if you're watching this, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, hit that like button to help this video with engagement, to help this video reach a wider audience here on YouTube, especially for people with hair who need to see content like this. My new subscribers, thank you for stopping by here. My old subscribers, thank you for joining me once again. So these are two different brands of products that I'm going to be using, and I have Chebe powder, which is this is 150 grams, while the other packet is 100 grams. So I first purchased the one on the right, the Noble Chebe powder, which is 100 grams, but then I realized it may not be enough for my hair for the duration of time that I intend to use it, and then I proceeded to purchase the one on the left, which is the blue pack, just so that I would have enough. So I purchased each powder with their own bottle of Karkar oil. Karkar oil and Chebe powder is usually sold together, so if you're purchasing Chebe powder, you would want to go ahead and purchase your Karkar oil. They're usually sold together, and it's recommended that you use them together. They complement each other very well. So I'm going to go ahead and pour out the contents of my pack into a bowl. I have about 50 grams here because I already used this to prepare a little Chebe spray, which I'm going to upload later. So I simply poured out the contents of this into this bowl, and then I'm going to go ahead and pour more powder into this because that definitely will not be enough for my hair. Now guys, I want to point this out. Both products were two different colors, and at first I was concerned because this one that's already in the bowl, that's the Noble, smelled more like the Chebe powder that I'm used to. That's the one I'm used to purchasing. From what I have used in my experience, it smelled like that Chebe powder. But this other brand, the blue pack, sorry guys, I don't really know the name, but I'm going to link in the description. You can see how dark this Chebe powder was, and at first I was concerned because I thought I had bought something that wasn't going to be beneficial again. But then I realized that Chebe powder is made from a bunch of ingredients, so maybe the ingredients that were used to make this one that's darker are not the same that were used to make this other one that's lighter in color. It all depends on the brand, but just make sure that your Chebe powder does not smell, I can't even describe the smell, but you know how herbs smell. It's supposed to smell earthy with a bit of sweet scent. So once you get your Chebe powder, you go ahead and pour it into a bowl. I already have a playlist on my use of Chebe powder for my hair, and Chebe powder is something that I always use at least once a year, especially ever since I discovered it and how beneficial it worked for my hair. So it's something that I absolutely love using, and you know what we say in the natural hair community: once you find a product that works for you, you go ahead and use it from time to time, just so that you continue to enjoy the benefits of that product. So that's what Chebe powder is for me. It's a product that absolutely works, and I'm going to get into the benefits in a couple of minutes. But for now, once you pour your Chebe powder into a bowl, want to go ahead and pour your Karkar oil into the Chebe powder in the same bowl. So in total, I'd say I used about 100 grams of Chebe powder for this particular mixture, and this was enough for my entire head of hair. So I simply poured my Karkar oil into the Chebe powder, enough to form a paste that was not too thick but not too light. So you can either use water to mix your Chebe powder, or you can use oil, your own mixture of oils, or Karkar oil. I recommend that you use Karkar oil. You may or may not add other oils to your Karkar oil, but you definitely need to use Karkar oil and Chebe powder so that you enjoy the full benefits of this powerful combo. So here I have my paste ready, and I only use Karkar oil and Chebe powder. No other ingredients, just these two, like I like it. And this is how my paste is in consistency. It's a very sandy, gritty consistency, but we go ahead and apply that to our hair anyway. It's kind of like a scrub when applied, so that's how the texture should be. So your texture should be gritty when you purchase your Chebe powder. You don't want to go purchasing Chebe powder that's powdery in texture. It's supposed to be gritty. When you touch it, it has to feel like sand. That's when you know you're purchasing the right thing. And now for the application, I'm prepping my hair to apply this mixture to it. You can see that my hair is already in sections, and I washed it about 2 days before, so it's clean. I recommend you start on freshly washed hair, whether dry or wet, so that you enjoy the full benefits, so that your hair is not laden with products before you apply this, and just, you know, so that you can enjoy the full benefits basically. So this is my hair. I've taken down all of the braided sections, and I simply went ahead to pre-divide it and twist it up to make it easier for when I start applying. Once you start applying, it's kind of a messy process, and you don't want to be dividing your hair and messing up all of your combs. I mean, I don't mind, it's not a problem, but for me, I just find it easier to pre-divide and prep my hair before I start applying. So to apply this is very simple. I'm going to be spraying my hair with water first since it's dry, and then I'm going to coat each section thoroughly with the mixture. So you want to avoid your scalp. I learned this from my previous videos when people commented. You want to avoid your scalp. You're not supposed to apply the mixture to your scalp, but just your hair strands, because it goes to work on your hair strands. So just apply that to your hair strands and do that for all of the sections, and you'll be good to go. Now let's talk about Chebe powder and Karkar oil. Chebe powder is originally from Chad, and it is very popular among Chadian women who have long hair that grows way past their waist. I mentioned earlier that it contains several ingredients depending on the brand that makes it, and some of the ingredients used to make Chebe powder include resin, tree sap, cherry seed, cloves, mahala, and misik for a little bit of scent. Now Chebe powder can be mixed with water or oil. I did also say that earlier, and because it's an all natural powdered mixture, it's perfectly safe to use on your hair without fear of repercussions. Unless you're sensitive to any of the ingredients, you may want to do a patch test on a small portion at the back of your scalp just to see if your hair reacts in any way. Now Chebe powder does not particularly grow hair, I want to point this out, but it does nourish and hydrate hair, which overall leads to less breakage. The number one reason that I use Chebe powder and Karkar oil from time to time is because it works wonders for strengthening my hair strands and helping me retain length. So what it does is that it provides intense moisture to your hair strands and even your scalp. It helps to improve the elasticity of your hair. It helps to make your hair easier to detangle. Although I want to also say, to make it easier for you, you want to make sure you don't apply this to your hair when your hair is extremely tangled, because it has absolutely no slip. So if your hair is thoroughly tangled, you might have a difficult time applying and detangling. Chebe powder can also be used on relaxed hair. I want to point this out because a lot of you guys ask me if these things that I use on natural hair can be used on relaxed hair, and the short answer is yes. It locks in moisture, I said that before, and you can apply it to your scalp to gently exfoliate your scalp, but you wouldn't leave it on for too long, maybe just a couple minutes, and then you wash it off. It also helps to relieve itchiness of hair, and then it helps to improve the shine of your hair. For Karkar oil, I mentioned the two of them are better used together. Karkar oil is also applied to help retain moisture. It helps to neutralize the scent of the Chebe powder, which can be very powerful, and it also helps to nourish and strengthen your scalp. So this is just one video of several others that I'm going to make in the short period that I'm going to be using Chebe powder this end of year, and I hope that you guys look forward to more of these videos. I enjoy making them, especially with this, since I thoroughly enjoy the benefits. I'm definitely going to bring more of them, but for now that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to be leaving this in my hair for a week, after which I'll wash it out and then show you guys the entire process, and we proceed from there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.